Yeah, hello. Edo people, Obatukpaye. For some reason, I've refused to make comments on the Edo State gubernatorial election coming up sometime in September. Sometime in, I don't know, September, right? Okay. You know, there is something about politics that has got me so completely befuddled and bewildered. I'm wondering, is it that whenever it comes to choosing leadership, sometimes the voters themselves decide to go through a process of selective amnesia, or it is just plain ignorance and foolishness? You know, the irony of it all is that these same leaders, they come and they tell you what they are going to do to you, the evil they will perpetrate on you, and yet you see people still go to the extent of choosing them. Tinubu came and said he's going to increase the tax net and reduce the purchasing power, and yet he's the president, and he didn't miss word. He's actually doing what he preached. Today, the purchasing power of the Nigerian citizens is so low. Now, in Edo State, because I have a lot of friends, I don't want to make enemies from my good friends in Edo State, but is it that we are cursed to be enslaved or encaged in a political party so much that when a political party brings the devil, we are obliged to be loyal to that person, irrespective of the fact that he's not going to do well? Does being a member of a political party becomes occultic to the point that we are forced and obliged to follow somebody irrespective of his ineptitudes and inabilities to provide the quality of leadership that will sustain the country? I saw a governorship aspirant coming to tell the people that we will provide you with insecurity, and Oshomole was unsettled trying to correct it, but the words are already out. And this is the era of social media where you cannot take anything back so long as you put it out there. Edo people, I thought, or I should think, that the Edo people are the wisest of all the voters in Nigeria. But it appears at the end of the day, they are just like anybody. Trust me, I'm not making campaign for anybody. I don't even know anything about the three candidates in Edo State. But I know I just buried my dad last month, and I went through Edo State. And I've been going through that state for quite some time now. Edo State has the worst road network in Nigeria. At least one of the states that has the worst road network in Nigeria. Anything from Auchi to Ekpoma, from Benin to Sapele. In fact, just Benin to Sapele is just a journey of 30 minutes. But trust me that you can spend about 2 hours just to get to Benin from Sapele. And you see somebody that cannot even articulate his thoughts. He can't even articulate his thoughts. Forget about English. I'm not ridiculing him. I'm not crucifying him because of his lack of grandiloquence, or because of his lack of eloquence. I'm not interested, because your choice of grammar or your choice of words does not explicitly provide the ability to be intelligent. Intelligence has no language. Intelligence is your ability to study variables as events occur, and then you take the right rational decision. So it has nothing to do with language. But when somebody tells you he's going to provide you with insecurity, it shows that he doesn't even know what security is all about. I think one of the biggest challenge of Edo State is road network, which we metamorphose into better economy, which will metamorphose into greater money, which will metamorphose into people getting jobs. Insecurity is another way to describe inferiority complex of of the people trying to use other diverse means to sustain themselves, leading to harm to other people. So telling people that they're going to stop insecurity is just a game of words. You must provide the mechanism that you use to take out insecurity. Now, there are three runner-up. There are three major players in the gubernatorial race of Edo, which is APC, PDP, and Labour Party. The PDP candidate was once an APC member. Because for me, APC and PDP, they are the same machinery that produce the same product. Different companies that produce the same product. Now, what is baffling to me is that people, the voters, are so afraid to get away from their cognitive bias to the point that remaining a political party becomes like a cultic resolution. I strongly believe that our voters should be made to realize that you can actually have the possibility of making choices outside your political enclave. So the fact that you are in PDP does not mean you must choose whoever comes from PDP. The fact that in APC does not mean you must choose whoever is from APC. The same thing goes for Labour Party. I believe Nigeria has come of age where you should begin to vote people rather than party. This is not Man United playing against Chelsea or Arsenal. It's not a club. It's the collective patrimony of Nigeria we are talking about. We have children that we are leaving our heritage to. I once told my kids that when I was growing up in my teens, I never experienced power failure. That I never bought textbooks. I never paid school fees. I never had, in fact, when I was growing up, I stayed in a home whereby the mode of locking our door for when we retire for the night is one big stone that we just push behind the door, and the door is locked, and we sleep till daybreak without the fear that people will break into your house and kidnap you. There wasn't nothing. There was kidnapping is an age-long crime, but it wasn't as busy. It wasn't a norm as it is as we are beginning to describe it today. Nigeria is like we're becoming too popular so much that when we lose a few lives, it doesn't matter. Recently in Sokoto State, we understand that a couple of hundreds of people were unalived, and just like that, and it didn't cause for a national uproar. Imagine in America, in other developed country, if 3 people were kidnapped, and it would be CNN live. It would be CNN breaking news. It would be breaking news in all the major media stations. But Nigeria, hey, we have so many lives, so if we lose a few, it doesn't matter. This mentality of beginning to be irrational whenever there's a political era to make choices must stop. Now, I don't know who should govern Edo State, but please do not choose on the basis of political party. Political parties are not cultic. Doesn't mean because you're in PDP you must vote who is in PDP. Doesn't mean because you're at the end of the day, these political parties, PDP, APC, Labour Party, and all the other ones are mere political nomenclature which bears little or no benefit to you, the voter, at the end of the day. So, by good people of Edo State, you must decide now to choose on the basis of merit, on the basis of credibility. So far, the one who says he is going to provide you with insecurity knows what insecurity means and knows what security means. You cannot tell me, no matter how poor your English is, you cannot tell me you don't know what is insecurity and security. When you vote him now and tomorrow you start having insecurity, you said, he told you. He told you, and he told you what he's going to do. And as for the one that is there now, who is from PDP, well, you've tasted his 8 years. And what